Okay, let's start. Okay, we'll go to the next slide, Justin. Okay, so there's going to be 4 parts. I'm just going to give a very short presentation just to orient you. And then this is going to be a learn by doing thing. So maybe go back a little bit, one more slide to get that website there. Oh, it's not there, is it? Well, we'll get to it anyway. You just be ready to sign in. So this is next slide. This is a system that has been developed over a number of years ago, back one, I think. Oh yeah, we did this already. Okay, next, sorry. So with a political science professor and a computer science professor at Harvard, I started this. And the idea was to revolution the teaching of psychology, which you'll see that there's no labs in psychology to speak of. I mean, this question for beginning and advanced students. And one of the sort of motivations when we wrote an NSF grant was to get people who are not really into science, but who might be interested in research. And as you'll see, a lot of psychology students might be quite good at research, but they don't have physics and chemistry and biology background. The next slide. As most of you know, most universities have not bad chemistry, physics, and biology labs, but psychology, next slide, doesn't really have anything like that. Psychology is a huge popular subject. Psychology students just have no idea about data. I mean, I'm just hate to say this, if you work with them, even Harvard undergrads have no idea about data. They do something, they throw it into SPSS. They have no idea and they just crank it through. Anyway, in most departments, the APA, the American Psychological Association, indicated there's so hardly any labs. The students, I try to set up a laboratory at Harvard. There's a small room with 10 computers. Okay, next slide. Well, everything is kind of different now because everybody's got a laptop, and there's almost 7 million people on the earth now, and a lot of people are online, and so getting subjects isn't particularly hard anymore. You can call your grandmother or something like that, your mother if you're undergraduate, and you do all kinds of things. One student of mine is from Bangladesh. I won't go into details, but she wanted to do something with the attitudes, and she got 300 subjects. She's a Harvard undergraduate. She got 300 subjects, one from a madrasa school, a snooty English school in Bangladesh, and just a public school. And then the study wasn't that great, but the fact that she could study 300 subjects back, impressive. Next slide. So the last academic year, we supported courses in intro psych, cog sci, perception, research method, and statistics. We supported 20 classes, 8 institutions with 15 instructors and over 1,000 students. And these are the places that we used. And it was, we'll get into this, but as you know, some of the courses got messed up. And for remote teaching, let me tell you that I am not in favor of remote teaching and learning. I think it's not as good as the real thing. And I never meant this program to be used for remote teaching. I always felt that a lot of these things, I think people have to work together. But now we're stuck with this, and Zoom isn't too bad. So next slide. I think this is the last slide. Basically, the students act as experimental subjects right in the beginning. The first thing we do, at least in my class, is make them run an experiment, a pretty big one, and then print their stuff on an Excel file. And I'm very big on Excel. I don't think they should put things to the SPSS. They should create graphs right away, make histograms and things like that, and give lab reports and stuff like that. That's what I'm in favor of doing, but it's used in various ways. So I'm going to turn it over to Justin, who's going to really take you through the program and really try to follow this. He's a very good teacher. So he's going to, you've got your own computers right now, so you're going to do what he tells you. So Justin, it's yours.